Hello, I'm Matt Glee from the Cotswolds. I'm a master trainer and I teach personal trainers and fitness instructors. In this workout, we're going to do a great bodyweight circuit. There's no equipment needed and all you need to do is to join in with the exercises and I'll help explain them as we go. Now the first one we're going to do is get you warmed up. So what I'd like you to do is take an imaginary skipping rope and just get yourself pushing off the floor. So just imagine you're getting over the top of the rope each time, jumping off of the floor in a nice light foot position. Now one of the things that you can do when you're pretending to skip is just scissor the legs forwards and backwards. What's so great about skipping is not only does it get your body warmed up and your heart rate up, but it also starts to get you pushing off the floor. And I've got a few exercises for you where you're going to need to start putting in a little bit of work if you want to, but I will give you the options to make these exercises a little bit easier. Now next we're going to do is a reverse lunge. So I want you to lunge back down, lowering your knee down towards the floor. Now each time that you lean backwards into this lunge, just give me a little bit of a stretch just through the front of the hip and we'll take it over to the opposite side. So just give me that little bit of a lean back and this will just help start to stretch out just at the front of the hips. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Leaning back just a little bit smoother with that motion now. Now the next we're going to do is start to warm up your arms a little bit more. I want you to do a jab, a cross, a jab, then jump 180 degrees and we jab, cross, jab again. As we start to warm these muscles up, this will start to help you prepare for some of the upper body exercises that we're going to be doing as well. Now the nice thing is we're starting to get your legs and your arms all activated and you can start to hear your breathing getting a little bit quicker and a little bit deeper as you take the oxygen back into your body. Just relax there. The first exercise we're going to do is going to be a squat with a side bend. Let me show you first. It's going to be squat, side bend to the side. And we're going to be starting in just over 10 seconds. Once we've alternated these, what we're going to do is we're going to run for another 8 exercises and I will always give you, during the 15 seconds recovery, what the next exercise is going to be. So squat and side bend. Let's get moving. You're looking to get yourself into quite a low squat position if you can, and then leaning to your side, bringing your knees and elbows close together. Now you can see that the hands are to the side of my head, and I'm trying to maintain this height. That way then you can keep yourself active and keep this big range of movement and the good quality of movement as well. So sinking your hips down towards your heels, bringing your knees and elbows close together each and every single time you move from one side to the other. Now keep moving here nice and strong. Make sure your knees and elbows are coming together, but you're still maintaining the height of your elbows quite high. Good, relax there. You've got 15 seconds rest as we have a look at the next exercise. We're going to take a lunge position and I've got a push off the floor for you. Now if you feel like you want to, you can just take a step back lunge like we did in the warm up. Okay, let's go for this. So lunge back, push your knee up off the floor. Keep your eyes looking forwards. Let the back knee come down towards the floor. So we're just doing the one side at the moment. And then what we're going to do is I'll give you a little heads up and we're going to swap over and do the opposite side as well. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. Good, let's swap the sides over. So lunge back and push off that opposite leg now. Making sure the back knee goes down towards the floor and then drive your knee up nice and high. With just over 10 seconds to go, try and build that speed up. Just a little bit quicker if you can. I want to try and get your heart rates up and feel the conditioning coming into your muscles as well. Good work, well done. The next exercise we're going to be doing is a jumping jab. So bring your feet together, hands down by your sides. You're going to jump outwards and bring your arms up over your head and then bring your hands back down by your sides. 45 seconds of work again. Let's begin. Now keeping fairly light on your feet, lifting your arms up over your head. Now if you wanted to make this a little bit easier, there's an exercise called a side jab. This is where you step from one side to the other, lifting your arms above your head. But if you can, try and stick with me. We've got just over 20 seconds of work to go, and I want you to try and push your fitness in this short workout if we can. Keeping those arms going up above your shoulders and over your head starts to make sure that your heart rate keeps up fairly high, and this will improve your fitness. Last 5 seconds to go. And relax there, good job. Next exercise is going down to the floor. We're going to go into a press-up position. Now I've got some options. You can do these press-ups on your knees, And they'll look like this. And then you're going to come up onto your toes into this big T shape. Let's do it all together. So you've got the option of the knees, and then rotating and lifting your hand up nice and high. And this will give you a really big range of movement. And don't forget you've got the option of doing these on your toes as well. So if you want to make it a little bit harder, start to do those press-ups off your feet. Now feel free to adjust your feet a little bit because they do start to travel just as you start to pivot on them as well. Good. The last 10 seconds to go. Getting down nice and deep into those press-ups. And think about pushing the floor away so the whole body comes up in a nice straight line. Brilliant work. Now we're going to have a lie down on your back. So you've worked hard. It's not that we're going to give you any recovery. We're going to keep you working. Hands down by your side. Lift your hips up for me so you're into this glute bridge position. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is to walk your heel out, out, in, in. Now as you're walking these heels, what's happening is you're starting to activate your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes and your lower back. So it's a great exercise for doing a lot of work. Now the slightly easier option here is just to lift your hips up and down. But if you can keep your hips up and walk your feet, then that will just give you a little bit more time under tension, which means that the muscles have to work a little bit harder, and that makes them a little bit stronger as well. Good, just over 10 seconds to go. Now you should start to feel like your heart rates are coming down a little bit just while you're led down on the floor. But we're going to change all of that now as we bring you back up to a standing position, and I'm going to ask you to do a pop-up squat with me. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider so they're turned out. You're going to lower down with your back being straight. You're going to push off the floor and then come back down into this deep squat position. Let's do 45 seconds together. Now keeping your back nice and straight, your fingertips just touch the floor and then push off. And you can start to see that my feet are turning outwards just to make sure that I've got plenty of room to lower my hips in between my feet. Now if you didn't want to add in this little pop-up where it's turning into almost like a little jump, what you could do is just keep the feet in position and just do a nice deep squat for me as well. With 15 seconds to go, let's keep that harder option going if you can. 10 seconds of work to go. Then I've got a little bit of a challenge for you. I'm going to test how your reactions are going to be while we do an exercise called a breakdown. So let's have a look at what that looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to be running on the spot. I want you to think like you're an American footballer and you're going to start to get yourself really ready for a big tackle or you're going to block somebody. Let's get you into position. Athletic stance, arms out just in front of you. Give me running on the spot here. Nice, quick, fast feet. Try and get yourself a little bit quick if you can. And whenever I say the word go, you're going to touch the floor and then come back into this athletic stance. Let's speed up a little bit quicker. Go! Down and come back to me. As quick as you can. Go! Touch the floor and come back. Try and keep those feet moving as quick as you can. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Go! Good. As quick as possible. Don't let me slow you down here. Keep going, keep going. See if you can move quicker than my feet. And go! Touch the floor, come back to me. Good work, excellent. Go! Touch the floor and come back. We've got 5 seconds left to go. Even quicker if you can. Big sprint finish. Go! Touch the floor, come back. Good job, excellent. Now the next exercise we're going to have a look at is we're really going to challenge the legs with a jumping lunge. Here's an option for you. You jump in between the lunge positions or simply back into that stepping lunge. Just like we did in our warm-up, but just for a little bit longer. Let's go. Now your eyes are looking straight ahead of you. So keep looking towards your device and just keep a nice strong position. You're thinking about your back knee coming down towards the floor. Keep that strong position. You can see I'm using my arms and these just help me counterbalance my weight. So if I start to lose that balance at any time, my arms can be moved just to help keep my balance. I can just make those little adjustments with my arms. Last 10 seconds. Keep the back knee deep. And good job, well done. Now we come to our reward. We've got a little bit of a cool down time for you, okay? So bring yourself down onto the floor. Just slowly bring yourself down. Hands underneath your shoulders. There's a chance for you to get your breath back. Now just lower your hips down towards the floor. I'm going to allow you to let your knees touch the floor if you feel comfortable to do so. Now just peel your shoulders back, lifting up through your chin and chest. Now push into your hands, and we're going to go into an exercise called the downward facing dog. Now from here, you're looking towards your toes. And I want your shoulders to be pushed and extended. And you can see I'm just walking my heels. So just pedaling the heels slowly, up and down. And this will feel like a little bit of a stretch in your calves. Now slowly draw your weight forwards, lowering your chin, and lifting it up, back up high. Shoulder blades are back and down, and you feel a stretch all the way through my body at the front, especially through the hips. Let's go to the downward facing dog again, so push through your hands into that downward facing dog. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take one big step forwards so your foot comes close to your hands. Now as you moved it, if it didn't quite get there, don't worry. Physically move it, that's fine. From here, reach your arm up high into the air, push the back heel away to get a really long, deep stretch. Good. Now from here, bring that hand back down inside the foot, push back to downward facing dog, and over to the opposite side. And again, extend your arm up high, push the back heel away, so you really lengthen through this stretch. And again, bring that hand back inside. We'll bring your feet together and just slowly roll up through your spine and shake your body out. My name's Matt. Thank you very much for joining us for this workout.